Leaving Jinkei's.
In 1/4 mile into the roundabout.
Come on, Van. Gotta put some air in the bag. I gotta look into a few things. There'll be new tires before the next real trip. Hopefully
Roundabout. Take the first exit.
Hopefully these current tires can make it through the winter, just sitting mostly, and not have to be replaced. Okay.
If you have an RV, even when you don't have any problems, there's always something to spend money on.
Also, I put freezer packs into my RV fridge and they are frozen. I fought to get some of them out. There's like 3 of them still stuck in there.
Freezer issues aside, I think Marquette's a really cool town, and I always like driving around it.
I'm gonna take the way I don't need to go because I want to.
That's what I'm saying. The shorter way isn't always the best. Sometimes it's nice just to drive around a little bit.
Feel good having my pasties in there. And Brian showed up halfway through my order, and I told him that 3 people compared.
1/4 mile. Turn left.
Alright. 3 people compared his Kudigi to Ralph's, and I was honest that I told him that I liked Ralph's sausage a little bit better, and he says their sausage is bland, but apparently they have a mild that is bland, but that his one
Turn left.
his one with everybody else, and I give the slight edge to the sausage to Ralph's. But, you know, the other people said it was too spicy, which I thought was interesting. Now he's going to want me to turn again.
1/4 mile. Turn right.
Yeah, but we're not going to do that. We're going to go down further. Because I like this street.
I've been to Marquette a lot, and I'll say it again. I really like the architecture here.
It's telling me that it is 37 degrees here. And everybody walking, not everybody, most people walking the streets are wearing masks. Now I'm going to say this, and as soon as I say that, I see a bunch that aren't. But just walking people were wearing them. Looked like the college students. There's my clock tower.
Turn right.
I don't need to go down by the water. We'll turn here. I've done my best not to talk about COVID, but I'm gonna say something. Apparently Wisconsin, it's breaking out really bad, and I've never seen so many Wisconsin people in the UP in my life.
1/4 mile. Keep left. Then enter roundabout.
Every plate, it seemed like, was Wisconsin plates, and now saw an update that the UP now has.
1/4 mile. Keep left. Then enter roundabout.
Shut up, elf boy. We're just gonna drive this and then I'll talk more about that.
I gotta say this again. It's early December when I'm posting this, but I was actually on this drive through Marquette on the 15th of October. So everything I'm about to talk about is quite old.
Okay. So the UP has the fast. The UP.
This might already be telling you that between my GPS silly elf boy voice and bad roads, it's not always easy to make a YouTube video when you're driving a van. And I do always wish that even though I record this in 4K, I always wish that I could give you a better video.
Oh, beautiful colors through my sunglasses. So I kind of missed a run at that hill, so I just took my time. Wow, my sunglasses are really helping this. It is stunning. So Ontonagon had lost most of the leaves and color. They still got some down here. So what I was trying to say before Elf Boy kept interrupting me was that the UP has the largest gains in COVID cases in all of Michigan. And while my friend had to go to the doctor over that spider bite, while we were there, we heard somebody on the phone that it sure sounded like they were telling them that they had signs of COVID, and then they were told to just pull up out front and stay in their car, and somebody would come out. And we actually saw a car pull up and somebody went out. I don't know if they swabbed. I couldn't totally see what they were doing, but that's all. I haven't said anything about COVID through this whole trip. I'm not going to say anything more, but it's still out there. I've been away from the news to see how much worse it's getting or how much better it's getting. I don't really know, other than, like I just said, hearing that the UP had the largest increases in it.
I again don't want to touch the topic because I don't care to argue. I did a video this summer on traveling and RVing during COVID and how you can make it work and still have a good time. A handful of people that had watched for a long time stopped watching. I don't miss them, and if 2 minutes bother somebody here, I won't miss them either.
So we did the best we could to be safe and cautious. Wore a mask anytime we went inside. We ordered food quite a few times, but we did not eat in any restaurants. We took it to go. When we were on trails, we got around people. We tried to remember to put our masks on. Most people weren't. You know, I don't worry about that too much unless it's really crowded somewhere. But I'm pretty sure that my friend and I did this trip as safe as we could regarding COVID. What your opinions are on COVID, I don't, again, want to get into any of that stuff. I'm just telling you that the reports are that the UP's got a big outbreak of it. So, this is Harvey, and next, I'm going to shut up, stop recording. This is normally where I turn left and go to Munising, and a lot of times stay at the Christmas Casino. But this time we're not going that way. Alright, heading down towards Escanaba. This is pretty. I'll show you a little of this.
This part of the drive really was nice. The fall colors were holding on. And my last thing I'll say again, this is December 10th now, and COVID is far advanced from it was even in October. And whatever your opinion is your opinion. And all I will say is, somebody who puts YouTube videos up, I hope you stay safe and happy and travel as much as you can.
People got their plows on. It's getting that time.
This was a pretty darn good day of driving. I started out in Ontonagon. Again, I left late in the day, so I get to the destination pretty late. But Ontonagon's at the base of the Porcupine Mountains right on Lake Superior. Just a beautiful location. I drove pretty much due east to Marquette, and that part of the drive's about 110 miles or so. And when you get to Marquette, again along beautiful Lake Superior, I headed south down through basically the middle-ish of the Upper Peninsula of Michigan till I got to Route 2, which runs along the southern edge of the Upper Peninsula along Lake Michigan. And from Marquette to Manistique is about 90 miles. So you go south down to the lake, and then you go east a bit to get to Manistique. So it was a good drive, and I hope some of this is enjoyable. Because again, when you go RVing, you're going to spend a lot of time looking at things as you're driving along, and that's not a bad thing. Those trees look nice. Then sometimes it doesn't look quite as nice when, again, the Upper Peninsula can be overcast quite a lot, and you don't always have beautiful driving. This day was kind of windy, so if you see the look like I'm swerving around, it's not me, it's the wind most of the time. Or I'm not paying attention and falling asleep. Or maybe throwing a one-eared cat out the window.
So it's windy, crosswind, but it's a good road. And a thought just popped in my head, so I would share it. I talk about gas mileage on this 99 Leisure Travel Dodge 3500 Cousin Eddie. When I just filled up, I had real easy math, and from filling up, going to Ontonagon, and then Ontonagon back, that drive was exactly 15 miles to the gallon. Which, to me, and that's at 62, usually in a 55, a few hills that I don't floor it at, and a little bit of city driving. Not much. That's why I chose a Class B. And I'll say again, a lot of people say, oh, you get a new one with diesel and you get 22. Around here, diesel's usually more expensive. So, pretty happy with my gas mileage. Very happy with my choice. The new ones scare me. I did that video of new Class Bs and just how expensive they are, and how I actually prefer this one. But the more and more I think, a Westie would be cool. I like the Westies, but with animals it would be a little bit harder. I think if I ever had to, I might go the truck camper route. That way I got a place to leave the animals and go explore. Because, you know, traveling a lot in the summer, it's really hot and you need air conditioning if you're leaving animals in a van. And in the winter, I don't have a Mr. Buddy heater. I could get one, obviously. Or I could get one of those cool things. I forget what they call those furnaces that vent outside. They're not very expensive. But I don't do a ton of winter camping. And when I do, it's usually short. So I just go to a campground and use electricity at cut rates. But I think a truck camper for me could work well, because I'm all about getting into an area and trying to explore. I really don't want to tow something with this, and I don't want to I don't drive this around a lot. You know, my mileage on it isn't too bad, because I've put, in the last 3-4 years at least, I put 2,500, maybe 3,000 miles on a bicycle. You know, the bikes I've had, because I just like to leave the animals unstressed in a place where I know they're safe, and then go explore. But I think a truck camper would give me the best of both worlds, where I could leave them behind and go do what I want to do. And, you know, traveling up here with my friend was so awesome, because we had the car to do so much exploring. So that's a little ramble on that stuff. I don't share a lot of personal information. I don't share a lot of details. My rambles tend to repeat, because I just talk about what's on my mind without getting too personal. That's not me. That's not social media for me. I just try to give people an idea of where they can go and what they can do, and I try to make it less about me than the traveling. You know what I mean? I try to make it less about me and more about the traveling. That's what I'm trying to say. That's why rambles are hard. Sometimes you lose train of thought as you're looking off camera where you guys can't see, or you're looking at the pretty colors that are trying to hold on. 30. It is a nice sleigh. It's doing well, thank you. 37 degrees. I will say again, They don't draw a lot of power even if you're going to run them off a battery bank, but for me, a heated mattress pad has changed my life. I love that thing. It is awesome. I highly recommend to anybody camping in fall and even winter. As long as you got the power to run it, they don't draw too much. Thumbs up that you can't see because it's behind the camera. Because again, I don't see the need to show me all that often. You know, that's not what my videos are about. What you can do. So I beat that topic into the ground for the umpteenth beating into the ground time, and I will stop now and maybe record a little bit more before I get there. See what I'm gonna find. I don't know what I'm gonna find.
I rambled about that because it was on my mind, and like I said in the video, now that I'm editing it, having a car to drive around was pretty cool, so that gets me to the thought of different types of RVs. And a lot of other people ask me what they think they should buy. If you have $100,000 to $150,000, I'd say buy a Class B if that's what you like. I don't live in that world. I think the only way that would happen is if Leisure Travel decided to give me one and make me make videos about it, but we all know that's not going to happen. Heck, I don't even endorse or do any advertising kind of stuff for normal products. I'm not going to get a van given to me for free. But I also think about a Westie sometimes. That would be cool, but you know, those again, those are old vehicles. Finding another older Class B would be cool. But even something that's 3, 4, 5 years old, they're still really expensive. So if not a truck camper, which I like that option, I guess I'd probably lean to a small Class C. That's what I looked at the beginning, but lucky got a Class B.
Going 63 in the 55.
I again say all that RV kind of what to buy stuff for other people, because I hope Cousin Eddie, my Class B, lasts forever.
Alright, still doing 63, and a cop just went by the other way. Didn't care about the guy in front of me. But he was right behind somebody else, so I don't know if he was looking. I don't know how picky they are up here.
I've heard state troopers in the UP are really cool because they help people, because you break down, you could die in the winter here.
Alright, this was 41. We took down here to 2, which runs east and west along Lake Michigan on the bottom of the UP. We're going east, turning left, heading for Manistique Casino. If they have RV camping, it's probably $15 or free.
Turn left.
I will, elf boy. Now Christmas is free for now. I did a whole thing on that. But this might be free because even the bridge St. Ignace might be free because they turned the water off.
Continue on route.
Got 45 miles to go. Now some of this should look familiar because I've been here. I'm doing the speed limit, dude. You are not. Explored quite a bit of this. Yeah, well, as of today, you haven't seen any of this. You're still at all the Aunt Noggin stuff. I haven't uploaded it yet. Alright, that's enough for now.
The one regret I did have on this trip is doing all the traveling with my friend in her car. I said like 3/4 of the way through that we really should have tracked the mileage that we put on our car. We put a lot. And I did my best to pay my fair share on gas, but we put a lot of miles on that car.
This is the turn right here where that blue car is for Fayette State Park, which I by now have already shown you, but as of this moment I have not. I gotta tell you, that just makes me realize we've covered a lot of ground on this trip. That's why the videos are taking so long. There's a lot of beautiful driving and a lot of beautiful spots to see. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Lake Michigan's no slouch either. GoPro, stop recording. The lumberjack.
Maybe in a while when I get all the videos done, I'll do like a piecemeal together of all the places we went to in the UP on this fall trip.
Manistique's not bad. 45. I sped through the whole thing. I apologize to the residents of Manistique for not following your set speed limits. My bad. Alright, it does not appear that they have casino, that they have RV parking.
This is the Kewadin Casino in Manistique. Small casino, but nice.
Let's see if that's it. Alright, we'll turn it around. Kiki is sitting above my head. I went in and asked, this is just 110 power, but it's free. I'm going to be the only one here. And he said you just drive in and hook up. Ooh. Easy, easy, easy. We got to blow up the airbag before we go any further. You're alright, Keek. Just turn around. GoPro. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug the RV in, and I think I'm also going to run an extension cord in through the window to keep my heater going, so I don't trip stuff like if I use the microwave to eat that wonderful kudigi. See if we how level we can get here. I don't know how level we can get. Go around this tree. You're off-road, Nettie. Hold on, Keek.
This video got long, so the next video will be a review of this and the St. Ignace Kewadin casinos.
They're open till midnight and open at 9. So since it's free, I will gamble. I did a walkthrough. I saw a machine that I kind of like, so we'll see. That's gonna have to do. That's gonna do, Keith. All right, so free is good. Maybe I'll win some money in their casino. Have a great and wonderful day. I gotta try to level this a little bit.
I think this is a pretty darn good option, especially since it's free, so check it out if you get up here.